everybody, it's Miss Tuttle here with some study tips. I'm going to review a 3 or 4 column note strategy that's great for reviewing content in all of your subject areas. We are going to review this strategy that's great for practice and review. You're going to create columns and headings on a piece of paper that you fold into sections. So just here's an example. I've got just a regular piece of paper. I folded it into 12 boxes. You can fold it into as many boxes as you need to based on how much information you have to review. This strategy can be used for test review, extra practice if you feel like you need it, or for a comprehension check. It fits all subjects. You can write in the columns a topic in the first column with the definition in the next column and then give an example. You could also use it for math problems. It could go either way. You could do a math problem, show your work in the middle column, and then give the solution with an explanation like a math sentence. And you could also do social studies or reading like events followed by the cause and effect and maybe a who. We should look at some examples of these. Here is a science example. So I've got my 3 types of rocks, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic, and then I remembered and I looked into my notes, found the definition, the categories with a description of what each means, and I underlined keywords to help me remember, and then some examples. And the way that I can use this is to fold the paper and hide certain categories and then see if I can remember. So based on the information that's showing, can I remember the other information? And this is a great way to check for where your strengths and weaknesses are. If there's something you can't remember, put a star by it and go back and really read over it, memorize it, and see if you can make sense of it. Here is an example from social studies. So this could apply to any topic, but here's an example from Latin America history. So here we've got the cause and effect. So you write down Spanish conquest in the Americas and what was the effect of that. And then here's another social studies example when you've got a lot of people to remember. Who was responsible for each of these events? And then again, you fold the paper, cover up one column, and see if you can remember the relationship. And then finally, here's a great math example where you write down the math vocabulary words, the definition, and then draw a detailed example. And then you fold and cover up certain information and see if you can remember it. So again, this is a great strategy to use for any subject, and it's always important to keep up with your studying throughout the unit and don't wait until the night before a test to try to remember which strategies you should be using, because at that point it's just too overwhelming. So keep up with your work and you'll start to feel successful.